And good morning, Retro Commanders, and welcome back to the stream. It is Saturday morning. It is time for your your, your Saturday morning cartoon show. How are we all doing this morning? Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you can still taste the toothpaste because it's 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. It's time for retro shenanigans once more with Wing Commander 3 and the heart of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Every time I hear that title, that Survivor song just starts playing in my brain. I know it's the heart of the tiger, not the eye of the tiger, but sorry. Hello. My GOG Galaxy needs to update. Let's do it later. I don't think I need that. I don't know what that's all about. Right, who do we have on here today? Dr. Quest MD is here. 07, yeah, am I still allowed to use 07? I suppose I am, it's only a salute, isn't it? Commander Kelvin, good morning, Retro Commanders. Commander Elysium is here, Spartan N117 is here, Mad Monksoft is here, and Frank Miner is here as well. Excellent, good to see you. Rob Commander Sabotage is here as well. Thank you very much for joining me with this first thing on a Monday. A few people I'm sure will be along in a bit because it's a bit early. But by popular request, I've moved this all to 9 o'clock, which actually works for me as well because we've got we have stuff to do, and I'm sure you have stuff to do as well. So you don't want to sit listening to me waffling on into the it's the midday playing retro games, but it's fun to be here. So we're going to go back as always through Wing Commander 3, which we're working through Chris Roberts' back catalogue, and it's very interesting actually to do this in retrospect because having played a little bit of Star Citizen most recently and signed up to the or pledged, should I say? I haven't bought Star Citizen. I've pledged, yet again, to this crowdfunding business. Because obviously Star Citizen doesn't exist yet. It's only an alpha, which is very very important to stress. I should update my Twitch. So I have in fact just done that, Commander Kelvinator. I noticed it was wrong. About half an hour ago, I forgot I haven't updated. So I literally have just done it. So hopefully, if you refresh the page, it should show up correctly. If it doesn't, let me know because it was wrong. So yeah, okay, good stuff. Thank you. Thumbs up. There we go. Frank Miner, that was some ending. Well, to make an end is to make a beginning and stuff. If you're going to do something, you might as well finish it off in style. That's what I am. But that's what I think. So I've made an end of it now, and I'm happy with that. It's time to move on and do different things. And it was lovely to see so many people turning up for my final Elite Dangerous stream. And I say I will pop into the game every so often just to actually play it as a game. But I won't be doing any more content for it from this point forward. There's plenty of other stuff to do, so let's leave it there. You're one hell of a crowdfund. What was it, $400 million or something crazy like that. But it is interesting having been mucking about with it. I mean, yes, it's full of bugs, and yes, it's not complete, and yes, there's only one Star Citizen, and all those caveats, and yes, it's taken 9 years to get here. However, it is damned impressive, really. As a thing, taken without some of the the controversy around it. As a thing, it's very very impressive indeed, and it works on my PC, which I'm delighted. I'm very delighted. I mean, I haven't even got my memory upgrade yet to 32 gigabytes of RAM. I'm still running on 16, and it works really really well. The frame rate isn't as good as you would want on a proper title, but dare I say it works better than EDO did on my PC, and I don't know why that is. It's just one of those things, but there we go. So that'll be the subject of upcoming streams in the new year. But for the time being, it's back to the retro stuff. Is Star Citizen easy for do-it-yourself? I think it will be, actually. I think it will be because there's only the universe is persistent in the sense that there aren't any instances in the same sort of way. So if you do want to grab a group of players together, if everything if the infrastructure works, and I haven't tested anything like that as yet, but it looks promising. And the fact that you can jump on and off jump on and jump off ships and all that sort of stuff together, does seem to imply it will be a place for doing that kind of those kind of shenanigans. So we'll have to wait and see. Why don't you start a crowdfund to write a book and take 9 years plus to do it? Well, it kind of my Shapewood series took 10 years for me to finish. So I suppose that's 4 books though, so maybe that's a bit more. But yeah, we'll see. So I don't know. It's again, it's all sorts of potential. It's all sorts of potential. We'll have to wait and see. Now, the other thing I have found. Look what I have found in the interim. Look what I have found in the archive. So this. Look, who recognises this? I found this in the archive. So I have found a copy of Freelancer, which now I don't know if this will actually work because this is actually the original disc. It sounds really exciting, actually, reading the back blurb. It's and I'm looking at the PC specs. So I don't know if it's going to work on Windows 10 natively or whether I'm actually going to have to buy it. I don't even know if it's on GOG, but I'll find a way to have a look at it because I think it would be good to play this as well. I don't know. Is this the same universe as Wing Commander? I'm a bit vague on the lore of these different games because looking at Star Citizen, there is an awful lot of Wing Commander-y stuff in it, but it's not in the Wing Commander universe as far as I can tell. And I don't know if Freelancer is a separate kind of lore-y place, and whether Star Citizen is off the back of Freelancer. So there's some research I need to do there, but there's similarities between the games are very interesting. Just looking at the specs here, this is Windows 98. Apparently it works on Windows 2000 ME and XP, so it's relatively modern. It requires a P2 600 megahertz processor, 128 megabytes of RAM. Okay, I think I've got that covered. Graphics card of 16 megabytes. 1.5 gigabytes of free disk space. That's disk space, not even memory. That's insane, isn't it? 8-speed CD-ROM and DirectX 9 or higher. So there we go. There we are. So we'll give Freelancer a try at some point in the morning. So there we go. Dear. Yeah, that's a very good point, Commander Kelvinator. Kazak says the Lancer games were good fun back in the day. I think I found this in my collection of old junk, basically. And I remember thinking, oh, hang on a minute, everyone was talking about Freelancer the other day. I think I must have bought this in a bargain basement somewhere. Because this isn't an original copy. I mean, it's the full game, but it's like a explosive, which I think is like a cheap label. I've got no idea when I bought this. Probably, I mean, it's probably 20 years ago. I don't think it's ever been out of the box. So I've left it a little bit late. But one thing I would say, and Commander Kelvinator sort of touched on this a little bit, at the end, the perpetual alpha for SE works better than crunch deadline releases with the complexities of the game. I think this is a big problem, isn't it, today? The complexity of the games today seems to be almost unmanageable using whatever the project management methodologies that these companies use. Now, I know a little bit about agile development and Kanban stuff and all that kind of things, but I'm by no means an expert. But it does seem to me that companies really, really struggle now with the complexities of modern computer games. Whereas in the days of 8-bit and 16-bit stuff, you got a floppy disk or a cassette, and the game was the game. If it had bugs in that environment, you were kind of stuffed because there was no way to update those games, was there? And even in the era of Wing Commander 3 and Freelancer and things like this in the kind of 90s. Most people, I mean, some people had internet access, but an awful lot of people didn't have internet access, and so the game was on a CD or a series of floppy disks, depending on the vintage, and you couldn't really update it, so you had to make sure the game was good quality on the release, that the one that went to the disc, the release candidate, as they call it. Games were smaller and blah 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 blah, and all those kind of things. Smaller teams, easier to coordinate, I'm guessing. And so, I suppose game players from our generation kind of expect games to work. It doesn't seem an unreasonable thing to me. And yet, what we see with, and it's it's not just space games; it's all sorts of games. But space games is what we mostly talk about on these streams. Is that they come with a plethora of bugs or missing features to start with, and that seems to be okay. And then whenever they bring out a patch or a new version or something to address something else, a bunch of other stuff breaks. And some of us are kind of going, no, this isn't acceptable quality, and I tend to be in that camp mostly because your processes, I would hope, should be good enough to deal with that. And yet it's almost normalising this constant, perpetual, not everything's working all at the same time, and then we're constantly patching, constantly updating. It seems to be an odd way for stuff to work. And I don't know whether that's just something that maybe we should get used to and accept, which doesn't feel right to me, or is everything's so complicated nowadays that it's just impossible to manage. Which I don't know. It's an odd situation. Man Monksoft has brought many games that I never played. I try not to do that actually, because it's a waste of money, isn't it? So with dial-up connections, it was impossible to download patches unless there were a few megs. Yeah, out with the old bugs in. I don't know. It's just an observation, really. I mean, maybe it's better. Maybe, the Star Citizen approach, just say that we're in perpetual alpha for an awfully long time, is maybe a better one, rather than basically say yes, we've actually released the final product, which tends then turn out to be full of bugs. I don't know. It's difficult. But anyway, let's crack on, and get back with the heart of the tiger. Let's see. Good morning all, says A Cypress. Buying games I've yet to play. Looks at the huge number of games yet to be played in the Steam library. Yeah, I've got a few in my Steam. I've only got about 2 or 3 in my Steam library that I've yet to play. Apologise for the flashing green square in the top right corner. I don't know what that means. Is that something to do with the NVIDIA overlay? What is that? Just don't do that. Now I can't get rid of it. There we go. Now it's gone. Is it gone? I think my mouse is not working properly. Wing Commander 3. Let's try that. Right, get past all the amazing full motion video. Right, I am going to adjust. Sorry about this. Apparently on my stream last, I've still got a slight problem with the volume levels of the game compared to thing. They keep changing. I don't know if it's a DOS box thing or whether it's it's just a blend of things. Right, can go back to full screen. There we go. Right. Okay. So there's our man. Right. Now we need to load up our position, which I've forgotten how to do. Duty logs. Oh, there we go. So this is pre. Oh yeah. So last week. No, that wasn't last week, was it? Because I wasn't here. Last week I was failing miserably to shoot the missiles down. So that's what I need to do. So we'll do that first. Load. What's interesting about this, again, going back to just an observation on Star Citizen, the way that you access things in Star Citizen is through a bunch of touch-sensitive consoles, and you can see where it's come from. The look and feel is very consistent across these games, even with so many years in between. So this is like a touch-sensitive display panel. And in the Star Citizen universe, there isn't much. I mean, holograms are used, but not in the spaceships. Notably, the spaceships have loads and loads of flat screens, rather than holograms, which is interesting. And you see the same thing in the spaceships in Wing Commander, which is quite cool. You could always call your software company AlphaSoft. Yes, I suppose I can. Can you still use those? Well, we were talking about this, AC Cypress, about earlier on. I think we can. I mean, it's a salute, right? Let's go with that. Did they not have patches on the sides of magazines at some point? I don't know. Yeah, they did. I mean, some games were patched, but it was normally by sending out more CDs, which were or floppy disks, wasn't it? And things like that were a bit probably quite expensive to do, I imagine. Imagine sending out a million floppy disks. So that's not an inconsiderable amount of cost, is it, to patch a game in pre-internet era? I don't think most people now will mind things being delayed or broken from time to time, as long as companies are upfront, honest about the issues and what the development team are working on. Well, and there lies the tale, right? 600 plus games. Wow. No, I've only got about. I've got less than 20, I'm sure, because I play a game and if I buy it, I play it. Why do you buy them if you're not going to play them? Is it just a good idea at the time? It's to make you feel extra retro. Yeah, there we go. What's that TOBI stand for in the console window? I don't know. What TOB? What's that? Don't how the games they receive death threats for releasing the game or not. I know it's yeah. There's a lot of passion, shall we say, around these sort of things, which is a bit scary. I don't understand death threats and folk getting worked up. It is just a game. The green menu top right. Toby. I think that's I think that's an abbreviation for something. I can't remember what it stands for. It's some kind of interface system, or maybe it's the company that makes this interface or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody who knows Wing Commander can tell us. So whatever that is, I'm not sure. It doesn't do anything. It's just a logo. Tactical ocular beam implant. Okay. So there we go. Anyway, so I've loaded that now. So presumably I attend the briefing. Okay, so this is the one where I've got to shoot down the missiles no matter what happens. Each sniper is going to have to look it up. Yeah. Techniligence, hello, good morning as well. Right, so let's go and attend the briefing.
Let's get started, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
We've still got more questions than answers on karate operations here. Some of the karate forces are pulling out, other elements are closing in on the Control 4. Intel thinks they've got warheads tipped with a new kind of bioweapon capable of spreading an epidemic over the whole planet within minutes. If Intel's correct, the half-life of this virus is over 500 years. Colonel, we can't let a single warhead slip through and strike the planet. If the warhead's bio, the civilians of Wakanda 4 will. Well, they'll die slow deaths from a ravaging disease, and all we'll be able to do is pull out of here as fast as we can. Good luck, son.
So, no pressure then. Oh, some echo. Apologies for that. Yeah, that's because I had the volume up myself, so I could actually hear it. Let me turn that down a little bit. Yeah, balancing those sort of things on these wretched streaming things are a pain. Right, so we got to destroy this virus, which apparently has a half-life. I didn't know viruses had half-lives, but there we go. Quite sure what a virus half-life is. So basically, we have first time chat a lion Wookiee. Yes, these are the Kilrati. They're the sort of super hyper intelligent cats, which they're very cool actually. So who shall I have? Who do we have? Flash there, kind of. He's actually not bad in a fight, so I think I might take him along.
You're gonna be my wingman.
Watch and learn. Famous last words. Sniper Al says hello as well, so there we go. Right, so let's see what Rachel's got for us. She's giving us a Thunderbolt 7. With a torpedo on board and heat-seeking missiles. I don't like these heat-seeking missiles. They're a pain. Let's go for the friend or foe ones. I much prefer the friend or foe missiles. Oh no, image recognition. That's what I want. Image rec. There we go. Image recognition missiles. That's better. The Dothraki. No, not the Dothraki. No. A totally different type of Raki. Dear. Chris Roberts does like his homages. Yeah, there's lots of little nods in here. It's quite interesting. Here we go. Bit of flirting. First thing in the morning. Flirty looks a mechanic, never ceases to amuse. No. He's very good at that. Right, so this time I must shoot down the missiles. Okay, so help me out here, guys. Mark X-Hawk, I haven't seen the Wing Commander series. Will be interesting to see what CR was up to before. So you'll notice a lot of similarities, Mark, and a lot of stuff here that is very spookily familiar to Wing Commander. Mostly, actually, the big things that jumps out, you haven't seen it yet. One of the big things that jumps out is the use of lifts. Okay, Chris Roberts is a big fan of lifts. So yeah, there's getting aboard your ship. Yeah, he likes his, in this case obviously for Wing Commander 3 it's lots of full motion video, but he likes the ship operation stuff, i.e. the getting on board, as you can see. And then you'll see little things like here, like atomic batteries to power and turbines to speed, and that's a little homage to Batman, of course. So presuming Chris Roberts is a Batman fan. And then look at the HUD. Okay, so it's low res and it's low polygon counts and blah blah blah. And this game is from when did we say this game was? 1990 something. So, you know, unsurprisingly low res, but you'll see a lot of things on here that are very familiar to Star Citizen. So notice left-hand side of the HUD, shields and hull integrity. Right-hand side of the HUD is your wingman. The centre of the HUD is the scanner, which is telling you position of the enemy ships. Very similar to Star Citizen indeed. And a sort of heads-up display, which again is very contemporary, very contemporary. Graphics not quite in the same league, but lots of stuff happening on the console, which is, you know, very computery and space sci-fi. We do have kind of roll and your controls, but and yeah, the guy holding the joystick in front of us. Yes, it's only a sprite, but yeah, it's all good. Chunky spaceships doing their thing. Right, so what have we got to do here? I've got to keep an eye out for these. I've also got to make sure I don't get shot to pieces. Flash, go and do your thing. Right, I've got to target these missiles. There's goes one. Right, so that's what I've actually got to target. Where is the missile? Is that the missile there? Look how fast it is. I'm closing on it, but I'm having to use full thrust to keep up with it. There it is. Can I actually hit the wretched thing? Got it, right, yes. Okay, so there's another one. That's the yellow dots I need to deal with. So I'm just going to hang around actually out here. Oh, there's a Kilrathi on my tail. Oh no, there's another one. Right. There's the captured missile. We've got to shoot these down. It's really important to stop them hitting the planet. Got it. There we go. I've got to keep an eye out for those missiles. Oh, they've got these wretched cloaked spaceships as well, which are... Okay, there's another one there. It hasn't launched yet. Because what was happening before, we were getting distracted by the attacking ships. So there's another one, right, lock on target. Ah, stop hitting me. Got it.
Mission objective accomplished.
Yes. Okay, so we got a thumbs up from the ship. Now we can take these bad boys out. Apart from these are really annoying. You better take this end of the monkeys. Got him even when he was cloaked. Didn't even have a target lock. Skills. Don't know how bad the damage my ship is, but I think we're good. Is there another missile there? Okay. Avenge my death. Oh, it looks like Flash took down the capital ship. Nice one, Flash. Ta-da! We did good. That wasn't so bad, that mission actually. Ooh. Cloak vessel just. Where did it go?
Break and attack. And watch this action.
The cloaking vessels, of course, were a big deal back in the previous game. Let me just nudge that volume down a tiny bit as well, just in case, because yeah. Sorry about that. We're doing great. Yeah, that. Yeah, I learnt my lesson on the slow-me run there. Where is the? Right, I think we're good. Took a bit of damage, but we're okay. That's quite a tough ship, that one. Now, fingers crossed. Yeah, we've got the victory music, which is good. Right, victory. Need clearance.
Need clearance, TCS victory.
Sir, there are Navy babies after unloading on the floor. While you were out there, Intel did confirm that the Karathi war had loaded out spore biohazard nature. You're clear. Oh, wait a minute, sir. Captain Ison's on the comm.
Colonel, we've got a situation in the loadout regions of Wakanda 4. Lieutenant Robert Peters has ignored our return to shipboard as she's gone missing. Appears to be
Oh.
pursuing her own private war. Can you risk bringing her back?
So that means I've got to.
I'm failing.
What did he do? Did Flash just eject right next to the victory? Oh, so Robin Peters. Now that is, what's her name? She's the other lady pilot. What's her call sign? I can't remember. Brain. She's the other flirty one. That's the only way I can remember them. Anyway, we won a victory there. We saved the planet from the bio weapon with the virus with the half-life. That's quite good. Oh, insert CD2. Hey, we've got these CDs. Click when ready. Presumably it's the game's been modified to cope with this. So this is a retro experience. Dear. Click when ready. Right. Right, it's automatically loading. That's good. Oh, hang on, she's there.
I'd like to kill every one of those here rats my own self. Take care of yourself.
Cobra's a hell of a fighter.
She risks too much.
We don't fly suicide missions. We fight this war to live, not to die. You've got to fly with your head, not your heart.
You've never done that, sir. Fly with your heart.
The day I do that, I expect a stiff dressing down, mister. That's an order.
Sir, my father didn't read his children bedtime stories. He read to us from the regs manuals. I know there are certain actions necessary.
Give her a break.
No, she needs a dressing down. She needs to be grounded. You don't go off on your own. No.
Every pilot pursues a private war, the Karathi triumph. Till further notice, you're grounded.
Yeah. There's a missing option. What was the missing option? Jumping 2. Audio is now low on the game. Oh no. Problem is the video volume isn't the same as the in-game volume. So something slightly wacky is going on with this game, but there we go. Right. I love how the characters always walk off to the side of the screen, those old cutscenes. That's because there's a massive green screen behind them. Right, okay, so we've grounded Flint. How's the volume in the game now? Because I think now we're out of the cutscenes, the volume might be too high, so it's I may have to play around with this. Let me know how it's going. It's a bit better, okay. Right, go to flight controls. Right, let's find out what's going on. Because now we've this is for Mark actually. Mark Hawk is right. We're going to do the lift simulator again. Okay, so you know I mentioned that Chris Roberts likes lifts. Right. Okay. So here's ROLLINS. Okay. Now he's the comms officer aboard the ship. Let's see what he's got to say.
A blitzkrieg Karathi assault has taken the lives of
Still
thousands
buying the fantasy that we're winning the war?
Why the hard-ons were the opposite take?
put on by the
Because you'd have to be blind not to see that things are going bad and getting worse.
Excuse me?
Fact, we haven't been shore leave in months. Fact, all we do is move from one defensive mission to another. Fact,
fact our entire force is constantly in retreat. Now, is that just my imagination, or is the entire war effort unraveling before our eyes?
Fact. We have a communications officer aboard with far too much time on his hands. Dangerously spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt throughout the ship. From now on, mister, you spout your theories to anyone. I'll have you assigned to waste recycling.
Is there a subtitle option? I'll have a look at that. Okay, so Rollins is basically starting to panic. Let's have a look. Is there an option for activate main term? I'll be in here if there is. Music volume 5, sound volume. So there's no separate thing for that. Subtitles. There we go. Let's put the subtitles in. Subtitles. That'll help. Assuming that works. Right. Okay. So now they've all buzzed off. Right. So now need some captions. Okay. Let's try that, because I think is the game volume that we're hearing from the game itself, i.e. the spaceship fighty bit. Is that okay? Because then hopefully the subtitles will help. Right. So into the lift we go. This will seem familiar to people in Star Citizen. Oh, we're in the lift. Excellent. Right, let's go to the bridge first. UK Alleycat, hello, and DJ Squibby, hello as well. Chris Roberts does like lifts. Okay, on Commander Ison's over there, right. Let's see if the subtitles are working. So is there anybody else here to talk to? No, these are just unknown NPCs. There is gunnery control. Let's talk to Ison. See if the subtitles work.
I don't know whether to thank you or curse you for winning us Flash on a permanent basis.
A little of both, I guess.
I wish I had more pilots like you, Colonel. Might make the war end sooner. I'm especially glad that you haven't let the victory cramp your style.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, so Eisen likes us now. That's good. Okay, anybody in gunnery control? Probably be Flint, I reckon, having a whinge. Oh no, there's nobody there. Go to the bridge. Okay, there's a bit of an echo. Okay, that's probably my volume here. Alright, so there's nothing else. Oh, Eisen's wandered off now. So go back to the lift. Okay, now we need to go down to the maintenance level. A little bit more game sound. Okay, let me try that. We're struggling with this a little bit with the game sound because the levels in the FMV are not the same, i.e. the video sections are not the same as the main game, which is really irritating. So, okay, now I've gone to the wrong place. Let's meant to go to the middle section. Let's try that. See how that goes. It is a cool game. It is a cool game. Okay, so is anything going on in here? Let's just have a look at the kill board. How are we doing? Okay, so can I sort the list? No. So Squirrel, that's me. Look, I'm now top. 90 kills, 90 kill rathy. Total kitties whacked. I have got. Tell you what I have got. I've got some plug-in earphones. Let me try that, because I can then play the game at whatever volume level works for me. Maybe that's a solution we need for this one. Let me try that, because I hopefully can still hear the game. Yes, I can. And hopefully that gets rid of the echo. Now let me know if the echo's gone, because it should be gone now. You should only be getting me, and that the game sound is about right. Let's see how it goes. Jazz in the space bar. Right, is Cobra still sharpening her knife? No, she's not. There's nobody here either. The only thing I can do in here, at least even now, I can still look in the locker and look at my girlfriend. That's the only thing I can do in here. So what's happened to Angel? We haven't found out what happened to Angel. All we know is she's on some sort of top secret mission, and she changed her hairstyle a lot. Oh, hang on there. Look, we've got Got a cutscene.
This forever?
Forever isn't long enough.
Okay, so he really shouldn't be flirting with other women, should he, Mr. Mark Hamill? Cobra's gone to get a new knife. She ground the last one into a toothpick. Been sharpening that knife for so long because you're so hard. Yeah, Cobra's been rushed to hospital after a knife sharpening incident. Cheesy flashback, love it. This was before DVD. Yeah, this is all CD stuff. Right, so that's that. This game is all about lifts and flirting with women. It's got nothing to do with spaceships at all. Right, okay, let's find out what the next mission is. Right, okay, so actually, interesting enough, listening to this with headphones, there's an awful lot of extra sound effects I can suddenly hear, which means that my speaker setup isn't quite right. Right, so let's save our position. Let's do a save and call that post bioweapon. Okay, log off. Let's find out what the next mission is then.
Let's get started, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
We've got a simple job ahead of us. We've got control of the sector base and jump point. The Karathi want that control. Let's keep them at bay, gentlemen. We can't give up ground here. Give it your best, Colonel.
This sounds like just a good straight fight. That's what we want. Yeah. Ah, the late 90s, early 2000s, a 700 meg CD with 20 megabytes of game and 600 megabytes of videos. Pretty much.
Oh, and one last thing.
Right, who are we going to choose today? Yeah, let's give Cobra. Yeah, fresh from knife sharpening. Let's give her a fly.
Cobra, I want you on my wing for this one.
Because we've grounded
Dismissed.
Flint, haven't we?
Good luck.
The multimedia era, yes, that's what it's all about. Learned that my kids' headphones are much better gaming. They are actually, yeah. Right, let's see. Well, we don't know what we're up against here. It was just it was a very vague mission briefing, wasn't it? It's like, no, we're not going to give up any ground. Yeah, but what's the objective of the mission, sir? That's the question I'd be asking. So she's given us a Hellcat 5. What have we got? Any other options? Thunderbolt, Arrow, Hellcat. See, we can't use that Excalibur fighter, which was quite good, so we're going to have to stick with the Hellcat, which is... It appears that she's noted my preference for image recognition missiles, which is good, so let's go with that. Good girl. She's chosen well. Flirty look. Remember, you've got a girlfriend, Mark. Remember, Angel? Right, back down. Run down the stairs. Isn't her name Coriolis? Yes, it is. It's Rachel Coriolis is her name in the game. Dirty Kelly. Practice my I'm not sure stance. Yeah. You can see what this game was aimed at, though, wasn't it? 20-something men who just hoped the future of space was going to be cool spaceships and lots of very, very flirty women. All right. All right, let's go for full guns. Autopilot. So presumably this is just a shoot mission. I'm guessing.
Break and attack.
Let's just do this. What we got? Drouthy fighters. Okay, these are pretty straightforward, generally. I have to say that the gun shooting in this game is very, very satisfying. I love the way they die. You've got a target leading reticle and everything, everything you need in a space game. It's Good sounds. Boom. Those Drouthies are no match for us. They're very weak ships. Fast ships and faster women. That should be the subtitle. Dark-It fighters. Okay, these ones are a bit more tricky. Oh no, these are... Don't ram my ship, you nutto of a cat. Stupid cat. Trying to get us both killed. Why would the cat do a suicide run? The first approach doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, Dark-It fighters and Drouthy fighters are easy. They're in a kind of formation there, that's quite cool. I've been cheated on my victory. Got that son of a bitch. Oh, there's more turned up. Level 2. She's good. Just I thought.
I'm just fine, sir.
She's just fine, sir. Put my shield display on. Quite maneuverable, this was. Die. Boom. Such a cool game. I love that shield graphic as well, that it lights up when you're attacking it. There we go. I think we got them all. Oh, there's one left. A Pac-Tan. And I quite like the asymmetrical design of the Kilrathi ships as well. It looks a bit more alien than we're used to, which is... Oh, there's 4 of them there. Da, da, da. With the music as well. They're just flying around in a straight line. What are they doing? Come on, AI. Well, these are bombers, aren't they? Of some kind. Ow. Somebody's shooting me from behind. That's not good. Has it got a rear facing gun? It's got damage there. Somebody's definitely shooting me. I think I might need to missile these boys. That's it. Took some bad damage to the ship. That wasn't very good. Let's just whack some missiles at them. Some of that. Quite strong actually. Ah, no! Okay, got to be careful with those ones. Let's do a replay on that one. Right, so the easy ships are easy. Save the missiles for those, whatever those things are. I haven't come across them before. They're some sort of heavy-duty bomber from the Kilrathi. Dead, yes. Well, I die at least once a stream. Okay. It's just one of those things. Break and attack. Let's put the shield indicator up so I know what's going on. Okay, let's deal with these fighters first. Full guns. Shield display. So that's another thing, just like Star Citizen, you've got customizable, kind of at least, you know, for the 90s, customizable internal displays on your spaceship, which is again a nice feature, which is pretty advanced considering that we're back in the 90s. Oh, stop shooting the back of my ship off. bits of the ship coming off like that. Quite cool. Boom. So Cobra's doing alright actually, which is quite good. Haven't seen a cheesy funeral, no. There was something in the previous game we saw a lot. Nice. Right, now the little Darket fighters come in. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Quite hard to hit these ones. Boom, gotcha. Did you just say son of a gun? Gotcha. So satisfying, this game. It is huge. It is huge fun to play, I have to say. It really is. He definitely nailed the sort of space atmosphere. I'm not locked on target. There we go. I wonder if that Thunderbolt might not have been a better ship for this mission actually, given that we've got these sort of heavy duty bombers that are coming up in a moment. We'll see. Boom, right, that's that done. A few more Darket fighters out there, yep, okay, they're still out there. Oh no, these are the Pactans, these are the bad boys with the heavy duty. Let's see if we can missile the hell out of these fellas. In this game, you deliberately kill your wingman, you get court-martialed. It's just wrong. Okay. What damage does a missile do? Get in there. Let's concentrate fire one by one. These things are seriously tough on the armour, it seems. Got one, that's nice. Look how hard they punch though. Right, so attack my target 6. Let's concentrate our fire on one at a time, see if that works. Give a missile as well. This is the way to do it. Use your wingmen to help you out a bit. See, it's got a nasty set of weapons on the back. Ah, no! What happened? Did I hit something? It's quite tricky. This mission's tricky. Right, need to keep ship intact. These Bactans are quite a challenge actually. We got 2 or 1 there. I can disable the cockpit, can I? Ah, that gives me a bit more. I didn't know that. Thank you very much for that, Gin Tunic. Appreciate it. That actually helps quite a bit. Might even improve the frame rate a bit. Alright, let's get Cobra to attack. Full guns. This in the dead monkeys. Oh, that's much better, yeah. Okay, so we can have a kind of immersive cockpit, or we can just have the display, which is a lot easier to manage. Boom. Thanks for that tip there, Gin Tunic. That was very useful. That helps a lot, actually. See a lot more of what's going on. Oh, it's so satisfying, this game. When you kill something, you really feel like you've achieved something. And it does. It looks, I mean, for a game that was built in the 90s, it looks stupendous, really. It really does. Less immersion, but better visibility. To improve frame rate, see messages. To be honest, the frame rate's okay. I don't know what the frame rate is, but I don't know if there's a way of measuring it, actually. Oh, my ship is nicely intact, hasn't been damaged at all yet. Unlike this Kilrathic scum. Having Cobra to damage the back of my ship there a bit. It's quite fragile, this Hellcat, isn't it? It hasn't got much power on board. The weapons discharge fast as well. Ooh, debris. Okay, I lost a bit of shield on the back. Right, Darkit fighters still doing it. Yeah, well done. Okay, still some Darkit fighters coming in. Right, it's this bit after here. Right, the ship's in reasonable health still. Lost a bit of armour on the back, but it's the armour on the front that's the killer with these, whatever these Pactans are. They're just nasty pieces of work. Let's just get this guy. Oh yeah, Cobra got him. Right, here they come. Pactans, right. Right, Cobra. Attack my target. Let's take them out one at a time. See if this works. Nice, screw, kill your wingmate. We have to try that at some point, won't we? Just for lols. Alright. I don't know if they'll use a missile on it at range or not. They're breaking a formation, almost in range. Got it. Nice, that worked. Okay. Alright, Cobra, let's grab another one. He's some kind of bombers. You can't hang on the back of them very long because they have got a serious rear-mounted gun. Yes, that works. I like the way you have to think about how you attack these ships. If you just go in all guns blazing, it doesn't work.
Attack my target.
Let's get this guy. Where are you? Let's see if we can model his rear shields a bit. He's got some kind of weapon that fires backwards, which is really nasty. Ow, whatever that is, it just really does a lot of damage. You got it. Yeah, it's still there. Now I've got a hole in the HUD. And then the HUD's flickering because I got some damage. I've entirely lost my armour on the forward part of my ship. Let's just chuck all the missiles at it. Missiles. It's still alive. How is it still alive? Die! Yes! That was hard work. Ah dear. I think we won. Badly damaged my ship, but we're there. Let's hope there isn't anything left. Ah, yes, we made it. Well done, Cobra. Cobra was pretty good in that. Victory music plays. Ba 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 ba. see how she is.
What's your status?
I'm just fine, sir.
She's just fine, sir.
What's your status?
We're sitting pretty, sir.
I love the interaction here. There we go.
Clearance, TCS.
Very good.
They're having a party in your honor down at the Black Main Base, Colonel. You're clear to land.
Yes, hero of the day again. Definitely made you feel good this game if you were doing well. And lots of little immersive touches, little hangars and the other ships hanging about. Very cool. Very cool. Right, let me catch up on the chat. I haven't been looking at that at all. First time chat from AkimZen79. Oh my god, so many memories. Thanks for bringing me back to my youth. Yeah, it is a good game. It is a good game. You have to get through to do that. It'd be nice to see a court martial. Yeah, we'll do the court martial thing.
Lucky you made it back in one piece.
Hero of the day. Yep, you can set your watch by the celebrations. Yeah, so you even get flirty looks as well when we arrive. Oh, hello. Oh, we've got to talk to Rachel. What's happening?
Colonel, can we chat off the record?
Don't we usually?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I like about you. And the fact that I like you is why I want to say this.
Go ahead.
You've got a look in your eyes that I've seen before. I had this fella see, and he went out one day and saw his wingman get fried. Started to blame himself, and no matter what I said or anybody else, it didn't matter. A few days after that, he took out a thunderbolt and just kept going. He hit a jump point just as the Kilrathi were coming through. There were a lot of fireworks. He might still be out there as far as I know. They never found him, not even a trace. And that look in your eyes is the same look that he had just before he went out on that mission. Do you want to talk about it?
She understands.
Ooh. Why do they need the glow sticks guy in the future? I know. Come on, you got to roll with it. Where's Mark Hamill looking? At the green screen. I know drama. She understands. I think she's on the money here. So let's go with that.
I had someone too. I keep having these nightmares. I can't get them out of my head. Maybe she ditched her craft in some neutral territory. Maybe she found out a way to sidestep the war entirely. But I kept thinking, one way or another, I'd hear. I haven't.
Hey, maybe my guy and your gal got together out there.
At least they'd be alive.
Yeah. But then I'd have to kill him when he came back.
Oh, she's doing the lonely look. Love it. A woman that understands. Not possible. Oh, dangerous. Steady, my friend. Maybe they got together. We could use that as the excuse. Frank's always plotting. Very good, Frank. I see where you're coming from. Right, let's do the lift simulation. It's very subtle, Commander Covenant. Very subtle indeed. This is actually, apart from being a space game simulator and a lift simulator, this is also an unrealistic expectations of dating simulator, isn't it? Valuable stuff in the early 90s, I think you'll agree. Dear. If it's not in the same star system, it's not cheating. Whatever happened in Stanton or wherever we are stays in Stanton, yep. They're subtle in the same way that the Kilrathi are subtle, yes. Right, I'm expecting Flint to be hanging out somewhere, probably in gunnery control, but maybe not. Is she still sulking because we grounded her? No, I don't know where she is. She's disappeared entirely. So we agree this is a space lift dating sim. I think we've pinned it. I must admit, I played this game all the way through to the end before. Back in, I'm assuming I played it in the 90s when it was new. I don't remember this bit, this amount of innuendo at all. It completely went over my head, which either shows I was touchingly naive, or just completely oblivious. It's so overt. It's really funny. Or maybe things have just moved on since the 90s. I love this game back in the day when Chris Roberts was actually able to finish games. Yeah, there is something to be said for that too. Ah dear. Oh no, right, so we've got Vagabond. No, he's not interactive, he's just sitting there playing cards. The bartender's doing his thing. Let's see if Cobra's sharpening her knife. When I was younger and naive, yeah, probably true. Oh, it's Maniac. What's he got to say for himself? With his curly comic.
I saw you putting moves on everybody's favorite little grease monkey.
Jealous?
Oh, I don't think getting into her pants requires any high-risk maneuvering. He's jealous.
Love it. Right, he's definitely jealous.
Well, just the fact that it takes maneuvering leaves you breathing my engine exhaust. Oh man, I've dated all you girls.
That's so funny. By modern standards, it's also so wrong as well, isn't it? It's really funny. Ah dear. What's with space bars where you can't buy? I know this is a thing, isn't it? I mean, if I ever do make a space game, which is very unlikely because I can't code and I can't draw. And I can't design anything, and I can't do 3D graphics. But apart from all those major problems, if I ever do make a space game, it will have a space bar where you can buy a damn drink. Not just a coffee, I want a beer. It's important stuff. Ah dear. Good old Maniac, never disappoints, does he? Drew's space game will be 99% space bar scene. Back in the 80s and 90s, everything was much more simple, wasn't it? Having a drink would affect the way you fly. Isn't there, actually thinking about it, isn't there something in this game where that happens? I vaguely recall a level where you do have a drink or something, and when you fly your controls don't respond properly because you are drunk. Can anybody confirm that? I don't know if it's this game. There was a level like that where you do get drunk, I think. I vaguely remember that now. GTA did that. Star Citizen has drunk effects. Excellent. totally blotto at the bar. Looking forward to trying that. A series of books set in a space bar, the Bartender series. Needs a fruit machine. Love it. Right, let's save the game. Duty log. Let's just call it, I don't know. Flirting with Rach. Dear. Right, that's fine. Let's actually do some space game stuff now, shall we?
Listen up, Colonel. As usual, we have our work cut out for us.
No doubt, sir.
Now that we've broken the Karathi siege on the base, the supply ships can finally move in. We need to escort the incoming...
Oh, there's an escort mission.
Get them to the base without any deaths. That means a little housekeeping to clear the way. We're doing good. Let's keep it up.
Ready to go, sir.
I like that enthusiasm. Dismissed.
I like that boy's spunk.
So, these are the mission objectives.
Who should we have on our wing today?
Oh, and one last thing.
Oh, we've got the choice. Okay, so I've grounded Flint, and I don't seem to have the option to bring her back. Maybe is she gone now for good because I grounded her? Vaquero. Let's pick Vagabond. We haven't had him out for a while.
I want you as my wingman. Dismissed.
I always like the term bar steward. Brilliant. Right, let's see what Rachel's got for us today. She's sending us in with a Thunderbolt 7 with... No, come on Rachel, you know I don't like heat-seeking missiles. I like the image recognition ones. And we've also got a torpedo. Okay, fair enough. Flirty looks. Always required before you get in your spaceship. Already too late for Drew, but FDev should have commissioned him to write a Jack series of novels. That would have been fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, Jack's adventures of aboard the Colonia spaceship, space station. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Let's fly that mission. Let's see what's happened. Rachel always likes you when you have the big guns. Oh yeah, Stephen Fry, smooth talking bar steward. Yes, which is a good line, isn't it? Right, into the cockpit we get. See, Chris Roberts likes his getting in and out of stuff, doesn't he? Lifts, ships, cockpits, you know, whatever. Flirty from number 30, yes. Right, atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. Off we go. Oh, I've got to switch the HUD off again. Right, there we go, let's do that. Right, Vagabond is here, full guns. Off we go.
We need your help, Colonel.
Oh.
We got company.
Yep, Vagabond, break and attack.
Here we go.
Here we go. Boom. No match for us. Yay. We should be good. There's the fleet. We've got to rendezvous with them, I guess. So now what do we do? Do we jump? Or what? Oh, there we go. I just had to fly close to them. Do that! Escorting the big ships, that's good. I know, a transport mission. We all hate escort missions, don't we?
Thanks for the escort, Colonel.
Well, that was easy. What happened there? I was back at the Tiger's Claw for a moment, and then I wasn't. What? What happened? What's going on? What? I think I shouldn't have pressed autopilot there. I ended up in the parallel universe where everything went wrong. I think I'd try that again. I'm not quite sure what happened there. That was weird. Oh well, let's just quickly do that mission again then. That was a bit weird. Not sure what happened there. That was very strange. Yeah, I know that. Break and attack, get in there.
Here we go.
He's dishonored his plan! So have you. So that's quite an easy mission. You just like kill 4 fighters and then that's it. Transports look okay. Let's just fly alongside. Make sure we're all good. Autopilot linked. Autopilot engage. Well, I'm not sure what was going on there. That was a bit weird. Let's just make sure we land this time. So it takes us back to the Tiger's Claw.
Thanks for the escort, Colonel.
But the autopilot's on. I saw the autopilot light and assumed that we had to do something else, but apparently not. And then if you do that, it jumps you somewhere else.
Need
It's
clearance,
just-
TCS victory.
That's a negative, sir.
Oh, that's a negative. What do you mean by that's a negative? What are you talking about, you nutter?
Need clearance, TCS victory.
That's a negative, sir.
Okay. Denied. What do I do then?
What's your status?
Not a scratch on me.
Okay. What's happening here? You have to go back for more transports. Ah, okay. So I pressed the auto. Right, okay. But why did I die last time? Okay, so there's... Right. Okay, so...
What's your status?
Not a scratch on me.
Okay, so there's nothing bad happening here. There's 2 transports. Why did one blow up last time? It-
Got company. I'm popping the pod. Make
Why?
sure I get scooped up.
What's going on? What's happening? It's just killing me for no apparent reason. And vagabond by the sound of it. Is this bugged? I tell you what, that's twice that's happened now. Let's put the game into invulnerability mode before we do that jump. See if that fixes it. Well, I don't know. The transports just blow up and then we instantly blow up. It's like there's like a smart bomb going on or something. I don't know what's happening there. That's really odd. I can't. There's nothing on the scanner. So this is all straightforward.
Break and attack.
Here we go.
Just come apart like.
Enemy target destroyed.
Right, okay. So that's good. So fly alongside these pair of freighters. Autopilot linked. We take them to the TCS victory. No problems at all.
Thanks for the escort, Colonel.
Okay. Victory won't let us land.
What's your status?
We're so pretty, sir.
Now set in vulnerability. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Because it says I can have clearance to land, but
TCS victory.
denied.
That's a negative, sir.
Okay, so let's switch to. How do I get to invulnerability mode? Isn't it options? Oh. How do I get into the options menu, Drew? Oh, I've not seen that before. Power distribution. I didn't know that was a thing. It's not P anyway. Oh. Fired a missile at the victory. It's Alt P. No, that's game pause. Oh, there we go. Right. Right, invulnerable. Let's just save that on for a moment. Nobody seems to have noticed the missile. That's fine. Right, let's go back. Right, I'm now invulnerable. Okay, so there's no enemies here. There are 2 transports, both of which are just sitting there in space. Okay. So let's fly around the back of one. Maybe it's stealth fighters. I don't know, but they just seem to come out of... There's nothing that ever shows up. And then the transport just explodes. Let's just cautiously creep into range. Because that's the transport. Watch what happens here. It just goes bang.
We got company.
And it's like the game has a slight bug. Because... when we weren't invulnerable, there was no way to survive that. It's definitely a stealth fighters. Oh, look, shot him when he was still cloaked. That's always nice. Okay, so Vagabond survived as well. That's good to know. That's a bit weird. At 0 speed as well. Very strange behaviour from the game there. I'm not quite sure what that was about. One flew through my firing solution. Maybe I was just too close to the transport or something, and the explosion took me out. Weird. Not very tough, those stealth fighters, fortunately. Right, we lost one transport, and I don't think there's anything we could do to save that transport. The stealth fighters were magical flight recorder disruptors. Yeah, there is that too, isn't there? Right, let's just see if this one explodes when we get near it. What's going on? It just goes bang. What's going on? It feels that's bugged to me. Some sort of self-destructive. Right, okay, we're back.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Colonel, or should I call you Houdini? You got a standing invite from Black Main Base to join them for steak and eggs now that they're able to unload the supply convoy.
Apart from the 2 strange ones that exploded for no obvious reason. Really quite weird. Right, let's just switch the vulnerable back off again. That was weird. Don't know what that was about. The green font alone brings back memories. Yeah, it's very cool. There we go. Right, we landed. I don't know what all that was about. That was. Is anyone else getting stream loops? I haven't seen that, I'm afraid, so I don't know what that's all about. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Yay, right, here we go. Right, nobody there to congratulate us, so climb up the stairs. What's going on? Right, okay, so we're back. Actually, no, we don't save it until we've done the lift thing. Come on, Mark, just get in the lift. Right, up to the bridge we go. Let's find out what's going on the bridge. Ah, dear. Back to the main game of stairs and lifts. That's right. This is the core part of the gameplay. Thank you for the follow there, Rabdoff. I do appreciate it. Our retro streaming of Wing Commander 3, lift, flirting, and an occasional space game simulator. Right, there's nobody here to talk to. Ah, it's Flint. We knew this was coming. Okay, now we're going to have to reinstate her because she's going to either apologise or be grovelly or something.
You made some nice moves on that last mission. Of course, one can only tell so much from aboard ship.
Subtle hints are here again.
Hard on you sitting on the sidelines.
You know, sometimes I hate myself because I actually feel lucky there is a war.
I know someone who feels that way. She lives to fight the good fight.
For me, it's the flying. I love the purity. Nothing holding me back.
Only pilots know that feeling.
Look, sir, what I've been trying to say is that I exist to do one thing: fly.
Subtle
I'm
hints are here
requesting
again.
a statement on the flight roster, sir. Cheerleading from down here is not my specialty.
Let the captain decide.
No, it's your job, mister. So I get the choice to let the captain decide, which is not the right thing to do. Put her back on the roster. By gosh, this is cringe. It's not the subtlest of writing.
Put her back on the roster. You know, you're right. How took you so long?
Not all of us maneuver at warp speed, sir.
Warp speed? You don't have warp
Thank
speed
you,
in this
sir.
universe? What are you talking about, woman? There's a slight bug in this game. There's a slight bug in this game where you can have the same conversation with the person again and change your mind. So you can play both sides of the equation sometimes, but not always. Some things do have permanent influences. Right, let's go to the bar and find out what's going on down there. I know, it's like, where did that come from? Warp speed. Somebody didn't check that, did they? Genre clash detected, sir. Genre clash. Whoop, whoop. Someone's very proud of their lift animations. And they're stepping out of lift animations. Right. Okay, so... No, nothing going on here. Is Cobra sharpening her knife? No, nobody here. I can look in my locker though. Is that still just Angel? Do I get the same cutscene again? Or just a big sigh? No, it's the same cut. We've seen that one. I like the way you could be reminded of your previous girlfriend. Right, so no, nothing particular going on aboard the ship today. Back down. Warp copyright speed. Yeah. I don't know what that was about. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Love these old games. Right, flight control. Right, so let's save the game there. Duty locked, isn't it? Let's just save it with Flirty and Rach, as we do that pretty much all the time anyway. Right, on with the next mission.
Ah, Colonel. Good call putting Flint back on the roster. We need every good pilot we can get. I think she's got her head back on straight. Well, let's get started. We've got a weapons convoy coming in. If we can get it through the blockade, the base will have a chance of defending itself. And we must protect this convoy at all costs.
Oh no. Protect the convoy. I hate these missions. Yeah, the virus of the half-life. It's like, really?
If we can get it through the blockade,
Hey,
the base will
we
have a chance
just
of
read that.
defending itself. And we must protect this convoy at all costs.
Was that a little glitchy loop there?
So, these are the
Okay.
mission objectives. Oh, and one last thing.
Alright, come on, Flint. Let's see if...
Flint, I want you to be on my wing for this one. Dismissed. Good luck.
It would be good to know what the actors saw of this thing. Yeah, to be honest, it holds together quite well. But we're going in for Thunderbolt again. Come on, Rachel. You should know by now. I don't like heat-seeking missiles. Like Flirty looks. Flint is just the spark you need. I see what you did there. I did. Do you think Mark Hamill cares? Guess we'll run in less than 12 parsecs. Yeah, good point. A parsec is a measure of distance. It is cheesy, but it does work. Yeah, this. To be honest, it's still watchable. It's fun and silly and quite pointable and laughable at, but it does work. It does work. To the ship we go. Put the gloves on. Alright. Switch off the HUD. Let's go. Right, here we go. What we got today? Okay, we're flying the Thunderbolt with Flint. Full guns, shields up. Autopilot not allowed. Oh, no, I presume I've got some ships to escort then. There they are. It's interesting that Star Citizen have kept that scanner design, and they haven't, I mean, probably for reasons of copyright and stuff, but they haven't used the three-dimensional type scanner that Elite and now No Man's Sky use. They've kept this one, which is interesting because it's this one works as a directional indicator, but there's no way you can tell range from the scanner like you can with the Elite Dangerous sort of isometric one. You have to rely on the HUD to tell you how far away the baddie is. So that's an interesting choice for Star Citizen. It's gone for that flat panel display. I think that's quite interesting.
Bogies in sight.
Let's go get them.
Taking it to him.
What have we got? A Sorthak. Whatever a Sorthak is. Let's find out. It's quite heavy. Ouch. Very heavy, in fact. It's got a rear gun, this one. Boom. Okay, what else have we got out here? Alright, Flint, attack my target. Let's do this together. These are quite heavy duty ships. That's a big one as well, isn't it, the Sorthak? I don't really want to attack it from the rear because it's got that nasty rear-facing gun. A few missiles. Soften it a bit. Boom. Nice. That's the way to do it. Boom. Presumably we rendezvous with the freighters again. There's going to be another bunch of them coming in, I imagine.
Bogies in sight.
Yeah. 4 of them. Straker fighters. Okay, these ones are 2 to 4.
What's your status?
On. Let's go.
Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
Fighters. They keep disappearing. Boom. Oh wow, there's more coming. you can hit them when they're still cloaked. If you just get a lucky directional shot. That is very neat. Show yourself. Yes. Right.
What's your status? What's your status?
We're still in decent shape.
What's your status?
No problems, Colonel.
Okay, we're getting there. Oh, some sea ships have got a more 3D scanner. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I haven't seen many.
Break and attack.
Taking it to him.
Vaktov. Okay, we've got to be a bit careful with these boys because they do have rear-facing guns, I think. Yeah, they do. I don't like these ones. Could be a bit more circumspect in attacking them. Shields up. Shields are good. Oh, nice shot, Flint. Well, there's Gilrath. Boom. Still one out there. Rock. Oh, no, two.
Attack my target.
Roger that.
He's been cheated of his victory. Boom.
What's your status?
We're still in decent shape.
What's your status?
No problems, Colonel.
Excellent. I'll catch up with the chat in a minute. Apologies.
Thanks for the escort, Colonel.
Oh, okay, that
Mission
worked.
objectives accomplished.
Yes. Oh, have we got land here? Black main base, or is it just auto? No, looks like we just escorted them here. Okay, so Black main base will be happy. Yay, TCS victory. Right, they're going to let us aboard this time.
Need clearance, TCS victory.
Black Main's a big take from here, Colonel. Our next stop
Yay.
is downtown Kilra. There's something close to it. You're cleared to land.
Nice. Victory to the home team. Techeron! Hello, Techeron. Good to see you. Hello and good morning. Get the victory music playing. TCS victory. There we go. Down we go. Right. So it's it's like a Flash Gordon movie. Horrible but great at the same time. A guilty pleasure. That's what it is. Exactly a guilty pleasure. There's Magenta Lightstick Man. Got one job on this spaceship. If you read Mark Hamill on Twitter, you can see he has the right frame of mind for this sort of stuff. Okay. The Hornet has a 3D radar on Star Citizen. Oh, look. Good job, Colonel.
Way to go, sir. Outstanding.
Way to go, sir. Outstanding. Do the lifts, my friends. Some actors enjoy working on bad movies sometimes. Look at Jeremy Irons in that dog. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons with Jeremy Irons, yeah. Oh gosh, lots of people have suffered. Dear. And yeah, now to oh no, we're jumping. Aerial system, Kilrathi space. Oh, we're taking the fight to the Kilrathi now. Magenta Lightstick Man. We should give that poor fellow a name, shouldn't we? Oh, what's happening here? Okay, there's a guy with a light. Is that Magenta Lightstick Man? Oh, we can talk to Rachel again. Now to the lifts. So maybe I think we're going to do the flirting first before the lifts today.
Not now, partner. All you jocks want a recon work so bad, now you got it, which means us grunts gotta bust our asses for you.
Okay. So why are we being asked to talk to Rachel when all she's going to do is go sod off? Right, to the lifts, my friends, to the lifts. We're now on the cat's capital. That escalated quickly, yes. She is giving off some mixed signals. Yes, you're quite right. Where are we with this woman? Alright, talk to... Oh, Cobra. Cobra is down here. She is not shut. Maybe her knife broke. Let's find out.
About time.
I don't recall ever seeing that before. That smile on your face? It looks good.
Well, I can smell them, sir. Now that we're in their territory, all those Kirathid waiting to die in my hands.
Well, being on the offensive seems to have brought you out of that shell of yours.
I didn't become a pilot just to babysit bases.
She's right.
She's out there. Well, no, she's kind of right. Let's go kill some Kirathi.
We're gonna kick some ass.
Waiting for a new knife. Well, at least Cobra is happy now. Maybe her knife sharpening days are over. To the lift! To the lift! The knife has reached perfection. That's what happened. So she switched from the knife to make cutting remarks. So now Cobra is we made progress with Cobra. We don't know where we are with Rachel. And Flint, we're not. Flint's just out there somewhere. Dear. Chris Roberts relationship simulator, lift simulator, and occasional space game. Right, come on then. Oh no, Rollins is here. Okay, so what snidey behind the scenes comms remarks has he got about us?
For once, sir, we're actually taking it to the cats.
Well, what do you think, Lieutenant? Maybe we have a chance in this war after all?
Could be. But I wouldn't make plans for a victory party just yet.
He's not very optimistic, is Collins, is he? Rollins, sorry. Collins? Where'd that come from? I don't know. Right. To the gunnery control, where there's a nice view. There's just some dudes doing some work. Nobody up here to talk to. Right. Back to the lift. Back through the airlock. Gotta love the 90s. Got to love the 90s. It's time I killed my wingmate. Oh, it's time to talk to Vagabond.
Come on, try your luck, sir.
Don't I get to cut the deck at least?
You'd be surprised how many rookies just ante up and look shocked when they lose their first pot.
Well, they get what they deserve then.
I hear we're going after a garrison.
How does he hear this
I
stuff?
haven't been briefed. It may not seem like it, but my wheels are always turning.
My cliches are always strong.
HQ's got a bad habit of labeling every target a military installation, even when they ain't. I like to be real sure.
He's worried about nothing.
Well, there's something going on. He's usually on.
We're just pilots.
Oh, go that one.
In this war, everything's military.
Not everything, sir.
Oh, so he's got some suspicions about some civilian targets. Okay. Spooky stuff. Is there an option in the cutscenes to kill the space jazz player? Don't think there is. No, I think the space jazz is mandatory. Oh dear. Oh, he's gone off now. How are we doing on the kill board? Total kitties whack 607. I've got up to 134. Nice. Back to the lift. It's just the same piece of jazz. Space jazz. In the future, there's only space jazz. Mark Hamill's call sign should be the Wanderer, or Shoe Leather, perhaps. Right. I guess we should save. Except we're not flirting. Gumshoe, yeah. We're not flirting with Rach anymore, are we? Because she's gone all cold on us.
Colonel, part of the reason we're in Karathi space is because of your flying.
Yay.
And the victory proud.
Excellent.
Now, as you may have heard on the grapevine, we're here to destroy this system's military garrison. We're going to have to fight through several waypoints. The enemy's spread out with patrols everywhere. Any ship that can escape to the jump point will be able to alert the rest of the Karathi to our presence here. And that would mean we'd have to scrap this entire offensive. You need to nail every last one of them, Colonel.
Consider them nailed, sir.
Ooh, fighting talk.
God, I love that boy's spunk.
So, these are the mission objectives.
God, I love that voice. Spunk.
One last thing.
No, let's not go there. Right, we had Flint last time. We've had Flash. Have we had Cobra? Maybe we should take Maniac out for a spin again because there we go. It's such a random line, isn't it? It's like what?
Dismissed.
Don't pick me, Maniac. Yeah. Right. Oh, hello, a longbow. What's a longbow? Haven't seen this one before. So, friend or foe missiles, heat-seeking missiles. Come on, you know I like the image recognition missiles. I think I'm going off, Rachel. There we go. Oh, it's got 16 missiles and 4 torpedoes. This is a seriously heavy ship. But I bet it's not very manoeuvrable. Alright. Oh no, she's back to being her flirty self again. She was just having a bad day. Let's find out what happens on this mission. Oh, look at that. It's a wacky looking ship, isn't it? Longbow. And presumably this is some sort of heavy bomber. It's got a lot of missiles. 16 missiles. It looks like a missile, doesn't it? Yeah. But it's not very manoeuvrable. Oh, the memories of this fight are big thing and slow. Okay. Right. So yeah. Sure. What we're up against, actually. We've got a whole bunch of missiles and guns. Let's see. Yeah, it's a big ship, isn't it? Big and slow. Oh, it's got rear guns. Okay. Break attack. Oh, we've got a whole bunch of capital ships. I'll get that fighter out of the way first. Where did it go? There it is. Oh, it's slow. Oh, it's horrible. This is definitely further this one. These fighters have our backs before we do anything else. on again. Cloaking ships are so annoying. Still have this on there. Yes, right. Well, there's two more coming in. Okay, let's just take out these transports then. I need to use the torpedoes on this. It's going to be very tough. Maybe I've got since I've got one torpedo away. Boom. Yes. So help that maniac. Boom. Ba, 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 ba. Thank you for the follow there, Argonautus. Yeah, there's a lot of this is there's a missile chuck full of missiles. It is very missiles. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. It's party time.
Break and attack.
Watch and learn, Colonel.
Such an arse, isn't he, maniac? Cloaked fighters. I hate cloaked fighters. This turning circle on the ship is absolutely dreadful. One. You got one yet, maniac? He's been cheated of his victory. Come on, turn. Oh, good shot, maniac. He's hot today. Cool. Nice. The way he says Colonel Latino is so disrespectful, isn't it? Watch and learn, Colonel. It's party time. That's a carrier. Ooh, this is a big target then. Right, torpedoes aren't locking on target. Why are they not locking on target? We've got incoming fighter ships.
Break and attack.
Watch and learn, Colonel.
Pathetic descended of monkeys. Oh, these ships are so maneuverable compared to us now. The guns don't seem all that strong on this ship. Gets the job done eventually though. More kid leather, he's hot today. Let's get Maniac hands. I think he's alright actually, he's doing alright. let's go get this carrier then.
Attack my target.
Not possible, Ace.
Why not? Ba-dum. I think I should do Maniac. Maybe we'll try that next week. Maybe we'll try. Let's get this mission done because we're almost out of time, aren't we? Right, why isn't the torpedo locking on target? Oh, now we've got more. Let's launch more fighters at us. How close do I have to be to get this? Let's take a run at this carrier. There it goes, there comes the missile. That's probably not the way to do it. Let's just dodge about a bit. The shields on this ship are really strong. But not that strong. Okay, so it does work, but we've got to get rid of these fighters first. Ow, 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 ow. These stronger guns, it's really weak on the offensive. These guys are normally easy to take down. No. At least you can see them. Ship. Alright, the carrier has been badly damaged. Looks like somebody managed to, presumably Maniac managed to get her. I'm going to leave that one, just in case it respawns them. I'm going to take a run at this carrier. Torpedoes away. Yes. Boom.
Mission objective accomplished.
You know they set out to make him as obnoxious as possible when they include a cutscene for when the player kills him. Yes. Well, let's go kill Maniac next week. That should be a laugh. Yes, we're good.
Need clearance, TCS victory.
Wasted every last one of them, sir. That's what I like to see, cats pushing up daisies. You got clearance.
And he's even got that paperwork ready. Oh, a bit clipping there. Frank Meyer says you can say more with a razor and eyebrow than most engineers can say with a strip down to their panties. There's magenta lights guy. Yes, there we go. Victory to the home team.
You really smoked him, Colonel.
Thanks, Chief.
Flirty. They should do a modern Ned cutting franchise reboot. Yeah, it would be fun, wouldn't it? Although isn't Squadron 42 supposed to sort of be that? Is that not what it is? So we'll see at some point. Right, off for the flight suit. Right, let's do the lift. Let's see what's going on. Do the bridge. One last time for today. Squadron 42 for sure is a spiritual success. Okay, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Although we haven't seen much of that yet, have we? As far as I know. Still working on it. When was it with these? Well, Squadron 42 isn't out yet. This was 1994. Somebody tell me, 94, 95. Okay, so there's nothing going on down there. Anything in gunnery control? Ah, it's Hobbs. Our sapient cat.
It is good the missions we now fly. At last, we take the battle to the enemy.
Well, a little rocking and rolling is good for the soul, I guess.
Strange that despite the skill and courage demanded in flying, a part of the Kilrathi spirit is never entirely satisfied by interstellar combat.
You like it up close and personal?
We are taught how to use these claws even before we can speak or walk. This seems savage to you? Primitive?
Killing is killing, hot-blooded or cold. You're one of the best pilots we've got, buddy. Don't start second-guessing what you do.
Oh, so Hobbs wants to get his claws out. Decades ahead of its time. Yeah, it was. To be honest, it's still very, very playable even today, and this is like nearly 30 years on, which is antique in terms of computing, isn't it? It's definitely over time, but it's very well done. The dialogue and characters obviously haven't aged super well, but it's a classic. It is very much a classic. Yeah, it is. It is good. Rachel wants to get a claw. Well, we don't know about Rachel. She blows hot and cold, doesn't she? Does Rachel? So we're going to have to see where that goes. Sometimes she's kind of flirty, and sometimes she's just like, I'm busy. Alright, there's nobody in the bar. Where is everybody? Is there anybody in the berths? Hey, Vaquero's playing his guitar again. Doesn't even need tuning.
Let me guess. You're an RV, right? RV, sir? Recon version. First time behind enemy lines. I think you always fight a little harder when you're on your own turf. Stop worrying, Vaquero.
War is hell, buddy.
Well, you know, Vaquero, we have little choice in where we fight. Get used to it.
Toughen up, kid. This is easily comparable with yeah, to be honest, for Argonauts, I mean, the space combat is very satisfying. The sounds are good. The graphics are a little bit low, obviously, resolution-wise and stuff, but they're very, very playable. So it's good stuff. It is good stuff. It's surprisingly sophisticated for 1994 or whatever it is. You know, that is a long time ago. It works well. It works well. Builder Squadron 42 is rumoured to be in the hands of a select few trusted backers. What state it's in, though, who knows? But Chris Roberts is moving back to the UK to get Squadron 42 Episode 1 finished, so maybe a release date later this year? Ooh, that'd be fun, won't it? Alright, let's save our position, my friends. We've done well today. We've saved... was it Boston base? I can't remember, something base. We're no further forward with our flirting. We've definitely learned how to use the lifts, that's for sure. And we're lining up to kill and assassinate Maniac next week. See how we go. Right, let me save position. Well, we're not really flirting with Rachel anymore. She's gone off us, I think. Right, so what did we just do? Oh, they destroyed behind enemy lines. Let's call that behind enemy lines. There we go. Game saved. Awesome. Right, I will stop it there, my friends. Thank you very much for your company on this Saturday morning escapade. Thank you very much for your company. Much appreciated. Great thing about the Wing Commander series is that the devs focus on the arcade aspects instead of the realism aspects. The game is much smoother pace, and the lifts and the flirting. You don't forget the lifts and the flirting. Take care, my friends. We'll see you back on Monday for the launch of Doom Dark's Revenge. Back on Thursday for some No Man's Sky Christmas special, and then I think Saturday we'll have a Christmas special again ourselves, shall we? And we'll go from there. So right on, my friends. 07 and stuff. Right on, Retro Commanders. We will see you anon. Be good. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Take care, my friends, and see you soon. Bye. Bye bye now. Take it easy.